Okay, so it's not a secret that I got my nose pierced in December. Um, and after I got it pierced, like there was a lot of times where I was just like, "Am I doing this right? Am I cleaning it the right way?" You know, I would call like my piercer, be like, "Am I doing this right?" And I felt that there was a need to put how to take care of your nose ring and what can happen to your nose ring. Um, and I felt that was really important just based on my own experiences this past month. When I got I've only had my nose pierced for about 2 months, and when I got it pierced, I would use non-iodized sea salt in warm water or hot water. I used hot water, well, warm water. And then I would all like at night, like when I would shower after I would like wash my face, I would use like antibacterial soap like on it. Like I would like, it used to sound really gross, but I used to stick like my finger and I used to bring like this up. So like this is like up up here. You can't really see it, but it's really weird. But like I would sit there and I would just like move like the antibacterial stuff around it. And it worked. Like it never had a problem with it. And then I went to go visit my parents for winter break, and they didn't have any of that. She didn't even have witch hazel. Like I've been using witch hazel, and I've been told about like 4 piercers don't use witch hazel. And have not had a problem with it. But then again, everybody's body is different. So when I was at my parents, I don't know if maybe I just didn't clean it right one day or what. Like I don't know what the deal was, but out of nowhere, like I had this like bump on my nose. I'm like, what is this? I'm like, okay, I thought maybe this is it, and then I was like, wait a second, no, that's not it. So I was like researching like on YouTube and like on Google, like bumps and on nose piercing, and I would call like local tattoo shops, and they're like, oh well, you need to come in and do it, or we didn't pierce you, so we can't look at it. And that kind of like bothered me, but I was just like, okay, well, what if I wasn't able to get like to like those shops, so I was like asking like one of my friends, I was like, what do I do? And she was just like, honestly, she was like, just wait. So she told me it was Bactine. I never bought the Bactine. I pretty much what I did was I would like I washed my face completely like this happened within like a matter of like 3 hours, which is like the funny part about it, which is why I was just like a little like what just happened. And sorry, I went and I sat and I was just like, okay, so I took kind of like, you know how like you take like a nice like hot steamy shower like to open up your pores. That's what I did, and I just let it run on my nose, just let it run. And I waited about, I'll say, 30 minutes after, that way it could just like my skin could like breathe a little bit. And I took a little Q-tip and I dabbed it in alcohol, and I didn't even touch it. That is like the most remarkable part about this entire thing. I did not even touch the bump. Like it literally, like I don't know if maybe like a piece of like alcohol, like not a piece of alcohol, like a drip of alcohol like fell on it, but like it popped. And like I don't mean to be gross, but like it wasn't runny. Like you know how normally like blood's like really liquidy. This was like, this is gonna sound really gross, but like, when you have like dried up like ketchup and it's like jelly, like that's what it looked like. Like not even gonna lie to you guys, like that way you guys know when you guys are like cleaning it, like oh shit. And when I spoke to one of my other friends about it, she was like, that means it was infected or it was trying to get infected. She was like, or something. She's like, but you know, you did the right thing. Haven't had a problem since. I use witch hazel. What I usually do is in the morning I use sea salt. I take a Q-tip and I just kind of like go around it, and I go in my nose too, like on my nostril. Like I'll clean that hole too, because that's important. That's extremely important, because bacteria can just go from in this hole out and you don't want that. And then I'll take like witch hazel on like a cotton ball, and I'll like do my entire face, and I'll do like here, like where you would like contour your nose. I would do like from here, just to make sure I covered all bases. And then at night, I still like to this day, like, I'll take off my makeup, and I'll use antibacterial soap like on it, and I'm fine. I just thought that was really important for you guys to know, and I honestly like. I don't want to say that your piercer is wrong, because I'm not a professional. Like, that's not my. I'm just telling you like what works for me. Listen to your piercer, do your research. Always ask questions. Like, it's not like they're gonna be like, oh, so and so is calling again. We're not gonna answer the phone because her phone number's coming up the caller ID or whatever. Like, that's not gonna happen. You just always want to be on top of your game. Just remember non-iodized sea salt, like the most natural sea salt you can get. I'm trying to think what else. Like, when you first get it pierced, and see, I'm guilty of this. Like, I was doing my makeup within 3 days of getting mine pierced. But you're not supposed to do your makeup. You're not supposed to have any lotion like on this side of your nose. On whatever side of the nose that you got it done. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I've been like up since like the crack of dawn this morning. I didn't get any sleep. But like, don't wear any makeup. Don't wear any lotion. Don't wear any like perfume. Like, don't like spray your body spray and like walk through. If you're a guy, don't spray your axe and walk through. Like, it's not gonna happen either. But yeah, like honestly, like letting warm water, like hot water, like run is really, really good for you. As long as you don't do it like all the time. Like, obviously, like, you clean it when you first get it done. Like, clean it. Like, it's gonna bleed, so you're gonna want to like swab it up. That's really important. And like, with the day you get it, like, don't like douse it in sea salt or the antibacterial soap. I would just let the water run over your face. Try not to touch it. And then that way like you can like get like all of like your pores open. That way everything can just kind of like run out. And then use like sea salt or antibacterial soap, a little bit of it. For the first couple of days, I would take a little bit of antibacterial soap on a cotton swab, like on a Q-tip, and just go around it and do it that way. That way you weren't like killing it. But yeah, those are my tips. Oh, and do not change your piercing. I was playing with my nose ring one day, and it came out, and my cousin went to go put a hoop in, and it was like closing already. Nose rings close very quickly, like extremely fast. Like, I have a friend who lives down the hall. She's had her nose pierced 3 times, and it fell out right before Christmas. She was like, I'm not doing it again. There's no way. She was like, it closes like that. So keep that in mind. Don't change your piercing. I have a friend who just changed. She just got hers done like not even a week ago. She already changed it, and I was just like, you're stupid. Like, you should not have done that. But her piercer apparently changed it for her. I don't know. I'm not a professional. I'm just telling you from my experience what my piercer told me. So I really, really hope you guys found this video informational and enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments down below, and I will get back to you guys. So have a great day.